We made it to Kyrgyzstan, the country furthest from any ocean in the world, where horses roam wild and snow-capped mountains rise above endless valleys. A place that feels made for adventure, and that's exactly what we discovered as we spent 2 weeks cycling through this incredible country. We kicked off our time in Kyrgyzstan with quite possibly the hardest 2 days we've ever done on a bike. It is our first morning here in Kyrgyzstan, and we're up and out early this morning as the temperature is meant to get to the mid-40s later today, and we've got a big climb, so we're going to try and get as high as we can before the temperature rises. I had been looking forward to this part of our trip for months. After cycling through the deserts of Uzbekistan, it was great to finally be surrounded by mountains again. We set out from the city of Osh and into the foothills of the Tian Shan mountain range through lots of farmland. We are about to start a 120 kilometre gravel pass up to 3,500 metres, and there is no stops, shops or anything on the way, so we're stocking up on food for the next 2 days at the last little village before we start the pass.
At least it'll stay hot.
God, it's hot. Ow,
Yeah, that's
it's dripping everywhere.
Don't drip it all over my thing.
It's hot. It's boiling. How are you eating that?
It's quite yummy.
What's in it?
Horse.
It's not horse. Oh, it's just like a Cornish pasty.
Bit better than Cornwall.
Kyrgyz pasty. So it begins. The gravel. Good job there's trees now.
Yeah. Yeah, the one thing you don't get in the desert.
Oh, nice shade. I'm already not a big fan of gravel, but with fully loaded bikes and with the temperature in the high 30s, this was already proving to be one of the hardest sections of the trip so far. But the views down the valley motivated us to keep pushing on. Stopped for a spot of lunch, and we're joined by Alex from Switzerland, who we just met. We just met him coming up here, and we've got our
Kyrgyzstani pasties
for lunch. We love meeting other cyclists on our journey, and it was great sharing stories with Alex. We all share the feeling of freedom that comes with travelling by bike, and it's so interesting comparing our experiences from different parts of the world. The three of us pushed on together up the valley, stopping every few kilometres to rest.
That's quite hot.
We're literally about to drop down onto the river.
Literally.
Probably in a kilometre, not even a kilometre.
Okay.
Up here,
Using the water filter.
we get to the water and we go for a swim. Oh, I'm exhausted. It's hard work. We descended down to the base of the valley and found a little stream. This was the first time we had put our water filters to use, and were so grateful to have them with us. Being able to confidently drink the cold water is just what you need during a scorching day of cycling. We are 72 kilometres in. It's taken us 6.5 hours of cycling. We've been going almost 12 hours. Absolutely exhausted. This road is definitely testing us, but the big climb starts just there, and apparently there's a meadow at the base of it, somewhere practical that we can pitch the tent. So we're going to cycle about a kilometre more to that, see if there's a good spot to wild camp tonight. How you feeling, Dad?
Bloody marvellous.
Unfortunately, what appeared to be a meadow on our maps turned out to be part of a construction site. However, we found this small pool, which was the best reward after a long, sweaty day of riding. Stopped to make camp just here. It's not ideal, but it's kind of all we've got, as we don't want to start this climb this evening. We've just gone for a little swim in a little pool, which was so refreshing. Just what we needed. Now we're gonna cook some dinner, get the tents up, and get an early night's sleep. What delights have we got for dinner tonight, Dad?
We've got tuna pasta. Tuna tomato pasta. Made
Nice.
in Italy. It was actually made in Kyrgyzstan.
Yeah. Time to get into the tent and get some sleep ahead of a 1,000-metre climb first thing tomorrow morning. Ah, this is gonna be fun. Mini jam croissants for breakfast. Kyrgyzstan style. Very dry, but does the job. We packed up camp and set out, knowing the next few hours were going to be hard work as we ascended to the top of the Kaldamo Pass. Luckily the sun was rising from behind the mountains, so we were in the shade for the first part of the climb, but this still didn't take away from the challenge of a steep gravel ascent.
Tough morning already. Trying to get some more food in me. We're up at the snow line. You're lucky it's not too hot, but it's flipping hard work.
As we slowly pushed higher, the view started to open up, the early morning light shining on the surrounding mountains. I'm so glad we are doing this climb first thing in the morning instead of yesterday afternoon like we were planning. Because in the heat this would be 10 times worse. We've already come up so high. Look at that. Oh. Still got a long way to go to the top there. It wasn't before long that the temperature started to ramp up, which made cycling up the constant switchbacks even more of a challenge. But to our relief, we started to hear the sound of something wonderful and came round the corner to see this. Waterfall. Oh, the spray. It's so good. Jeez. Right, you're doing the next one. Whew, that was just what we needed. That was so refreshing. Little waterfall. Now it's time to push on to the top.
Just approaching 3,000 meters. The heat is picking up. The climbing is horrendous. The dust is everywhere and it's really fine. What doesn't help are these little bad boys. Hold your breath, fella.
The final section of the climb was by far the toughest. We had already been climbing for 3 hours, and with the sun now fully beating down on us, plus inhaling all the dust being kicked up by the trucks, we were really starting to struggle.
I'm not really feeling it today, and a 1,000 meter climb in the first 15 k's is probably not what I could have done with. But it is what it is. Take plenty of fluids, get some good nourishment down my neck, and enjoy the view.
Finally, the summit came into view, which gave us a much needed boost of motivation to get us to the top. We made it to the top! Oh, that was a long old climb. And now for not so fun downhill, because it's going to be on shitty roads like this. I'm not really looking forward to it, but at least it won't be as tough on the legs. Snow! We left 4.5 hours ago, and we've done 17 kilometers. Our slowest morning ever, but it was a very big climb. And now we've got a very big downhill on this rubbish road, which I'm not looking forward to. I think we might get routed to pieces, but it's got to be done, so let's get on with it. The downhill was even worse than expected. We barely filmed anything as we were clinging onto the brakes for dear life, and we're just so exhausted from the morning of climbing. We've stopped for some lunch, a really peaceful little river. We've got some shade under this tree. We're going to cook up some noodles.
Oh my giddy aunt. Oh. Is that paved road?
It better bloody be.
Oh. Oh, it's like silk.
This is the best thing. ever. I've never appreciated a paved road so much. Oh, last 2 days have been pretty challenging. It's going to be so nice to be on paved road. And we've got a tailwind. But first we need to find a shop to get a cold Fanta.
Nice Fanta time.
It is. We haven't had one in 2 days. Ah, this feels so good. Oh, we found the Fanta.
Oh.
Yesterday afternoon was pretty tough. That road was awful on the bumps. And then I got stung by a bee while I was cycling, which wasn't fun. We didn't film much just because it was a challenge. It was exhausting. It was so hot, but we finally made it to this little guest house. And today is day 100 on the road, and we're starting things off with breakfast in a yurt. Spread for breakfast on day 100.
Yes, was.
Hello.
Hello.
25 each.
25, yes.
Fresh, warm bread.
After the brutality of yesterday, we found a flat road, fresh tarmac, no traffic, and wow, scenery is absolutely stunning.
Oh wow, this valley is insane. It's a brand new road, only opened I think last year, built by the Chinese, and it goes straight through this incredible gorge, and it is absolutely stunning.
Done with the road. Bugger.
Big landslide.
Just a bit.
I'd been scouting out this bend in the road for lunch today, but what I did not expect was to arrive here and there'd be a picnic table for us by this little stream. It's perfect for a lunch spot. Nice bread we got earlier, so soft.
Oh, stunning roads, incredible scenery. Interrupted by a bit of Kyrgyz belly, so I've had to deploy the field latrine. Here we go. Time for a bit of self-administration. Imodium instance. Call on Dr. Dad. What an insane landscape.
Stopped at the first settlement in 80k, and this friendly guy, I think these apricots, he's given us some loads of apricots. He's making Dad get apricots.
Apricots.
We set out the next morning through an agricultural valley, grateful to be back surrounded by civilization after 3 days of remote cycling. We were now able to stop at little shops in these villages and enjoy cold drinks, something we could only dream about the past few days. After a pleasant morning, we then started a long, steady ascent to take us into the next valley. We're going up this long, steady climb, sweating quite a bit, and my face is just getting swarmed by all these little flies, and they're so annoying. We finally made it to the top, and now we've got a whole afternoon of downhill. Oh, it's going to be bliss. It was so nice freewheeling for a while, but as we descended down, grey clouds rolled over us and we experienced our first rain in over a month. Luckily it was just a passing shower, and by the time we had found a spot by the river to camp, the sun was back out.
Perfect.
One of my favourite things about this style of travel is having the freedom to stop and set up camp wherever we want. Kyrgyzstan has very few restrictions on wild camping, so it's very easy to just put the tent up anywhere, allowing us to enjoy the peace of pure nature. It's time for a wash, the natural way, in the river. Dad's not looking forward to it because it's very cold. To be honest, I don't know if I am either, but Dad's a wuss, yeah, I know. That was just what we needed. Best way to finish a day. Swimming in the river. Feels so good.
Come on, you sit in front of the fire.
Well, that's a nice sound to fall asleep to.
Nice.
Good night.
Good night.
My worst fear is slugs. And they're all over the tent and all over the bike.
After carefully removing all the horrible slimy creatures, we packed down camp and got ready to head out for another day on the saddle.
Oh, there's a slug on my wheel. Get off.
You big Jesse.
Okay.
The weather was rather gloomy that morning, but luckily the roads were pretty much empty and we enjoyed a nice tailwind pushing us on. The odd rain shower would pass, but luckily nothing too torrential just yet. We're currently cycling along the shores of Izikul Lake, which is the second largest mountain lake in the world, after Lake Titicaca. Stopped for some lunch. We've got some Kyrgyzstan truck stop sandwiches, which are actually pretty yummy.
From the desert heat to this in about 2 days. Bloody freezing. Not fun.
The plan was to camp on the shore of Izikul tonight, but it's been raining all afternoon and the forecast is rain for the next 48 hours. And that's just no fun, so we've found a hotel. Luckily, here in Central Asia, hotels aren't that expensive. I think this one's like 20 quid a night. We're gonna try and dry off, warm up a little bit, because it's 20 degrees cooler than it was 2 days ago, which is wild. We thought we were, gonna have quite a few hot days now, but that's not the case. We've been freezing today. We've got 3 layers on. Last time that was the case was in Europe. Ooh, we got a hotel. Let's get our bags up, get some rest. We're getting completely drenched. The road keeps going to shit. We're covered in mud. My gears have pretty much stopped working because of it. I'm like clicking up 5 or 6 gears and nothing's changing. Then all of a sudden it will go.
Lovely flat route to Karakol. Very little climbing. Road is absolutely shot to pieces.
Stop for some snacks and to get out of the rain. Got jam, croissants. Not quite a European croissant on a hot coffee, but it's better than nothing. It is crazy how cold you get when you just stand still for 10 minutes. We stopped some lunch, but whew, we're completely soaked through and now we're completely frozen. But we're gonna get back to pedalling in a second, not stopping for too long. And the road has improved a bit. It's not going from paved to unpaved every kilometre. It's now just paved. Well, mostly. Still so many potholes, but we can avoid them a bit easier than avoiding a whole unpaved section. But yeah, challenging day. It's part of a challenging week. We made it 103 days, but finally, first puncture of the trip. Oh, is that not even a puncture?
No, it's a bit more than the puncture.
Oh, right. What's happened?
It's a blowout.
Just the tyre?
And it looks like the inner tube's just shredded. That's not a puncture of bear kit.
That's one of these?
That's one of them.
Well,
that's a spare tyre.
Imagine if you hadn't got that. Yeah. Look at that.
Yeah, that's proper.
That's why it went bang.
That's why it went bang.
We spent over an hour repairing our first puncture of the trip. Thinking back about the last 100 days, it's crazy that our tyres had held up this long, and this was probably well overdue. Fortunately, this all happened after the rain had passed, because that would have been absolutely miserable if we had to do this while it was raining. Tyre replaced, and now it's finally time to get going again. 40k to the hotel. The sun finally came out as we cycled into the town of Karakol, where we took a day off to rest after such a full-on week. Set out from Karakol on our last day here in Kyrgyzstan as we head to the border of Kazakhstan. We thought our last day was going to be relatively straightforward, but it decided to throw us one last challenge. Oh my days, what is this road? How steep that is. Well, we've never had to push the bikes downhill before. Finally, we joined a paved road which would take us the final 30 kilometers to the border with Kazakhstan. During these final moments, I was able to reflect on our time here in Kyrgyzstan. This was probably the toughest country of the trip so far, but we managed to push through and overcome the challenges we faced. Kyrgyzstan is such a beautiful country that we only sketched a line through. I will definitely come back in the future to explore more, but now it's time to prepare for the most anticipated country of our around the world trip, China.